10 indicators Leo is aligning with new opportunities. Something is shifting in the constellation of your life right now, Leo. Not in a dramatic, headline-making way, but in the quiet, almost invisible way that real transformation always begins. The kind of shift you feel before you see. The kind you sense before you can name. And if you have been wondering whether the universe is actually preparing something new for you, or if it is just your imagination playing tricks on a hopeful heart, then let this message settle that question once and for all. There are 10 specific indicators that a Leo is moving into alignment with new opportunities. 10 signs that the invisible machinery of the cosmos is working behind the scenes to position you for something better. And as I walk you through each one, pay attention to how many of them resonate. Because the more of these you recognize in your own life, the closer you are to the breakthrough that the stars say is forming around your sign. Indicator 1. The first indicator is a restlessness that will not go away. You have tried to ignore it. You have tried to talk yourself out of it. You have told yourself that you should be grateful for what you have, that wanting more is greedy, that this strange, persistent itch to change something is just a phase. But it keeps coming back. Every morning, every evening, in the quiet moments between tasks. There it is. A feeling that says, this is not where I am supposed to stay. Something else is waiting. Leo, that restlessness is not a flaw in your contentment. It is the universe tapping on the walls of your current reality, telling you that those walls are about to expand. Restlessness is the first language of opportunity. It arrives before the opportunity itself, like a messenger sent ahead to prepare your heart for what is coming. And the fact that you cannot make it go away, no matter how hard you try, tells me that what is approaching is significant enough to demand your attention. Do not fight this feeling. Do not shame yourself for having it. Sit with it instead. Let it speak. Let it show you where it is pointing. Because restlessness without direction is frustration, but restlessness with awareness becomes navigation. And right now, yours is trying to navigate you somewhere important. Indicator 2. The second indicator is a change in the things that hold your attention. You may have noticed lately that your interests are shifting. Topics that never interested you before are suddenly catching your eye. Conversations that used to bore you are now pulling you in. You find yourself drawn to new subjects, new ideas, new ways of thinking about the world and your place in it, and you cannot quite explain why. This is your subconscious mind preparing you for what is next. When the universe is about to deliver a new opportunity, it begins rewiring your attention months before the opportunity arrives. It steers your curiosity toward the knowledge you will need, the perspectives you will require, the understanding that will allow you to recognize the opportunity when it finally appears. For a Leo over 60, this shift in attention can feel disorienting. You have spent decades knowing what you like, knowing what interests you, knowing who you are. And suddenly that certainty is softening at the edges. But this is not confusion. This is evolution. This is your mind expanding to accommodate something it has never held before. Trust the new curiosities. Follow them gently. They are leading you somewhere that your conscious mind has not yet mapped. Indicator 3. The third indicator is that old doors are closing. Perhaps a source of income has ended. Perhaps a relationship that used to provide support has shifted. Perhaps an arrangement that worked for years has suddenly stopped working. And the natural response is alarm. The natural response is to try to force those doors back open, to hold on to what is slipping away, to cling to the familiar even as it crumbles. But Leo, those doors are closing for a reason. They are not being taken from you. They are being replaced. The universe operates on a principle of exchange, and for your sign, that principle is in full effect right now. What is leaving is making room for what is arriving. And what is arriving cannot enter a space that is already full. So the old must go. The outdated must clear. The arrangements that serve their purpose must be honored, released, and allowed to dissolve with grace. This requires a kind of courage that goes beyond physical bravery. It requires the courage to trust in what you cannot see. To believe that the empty space left by a closing door is not a void, but a vessel. A container being prepared for something larger, richer, more aligned with the Leo you are becoming. Indicator 4. The fourth indicator is a shift in your energy levels. Not the kind of energy that comes from caffeine or excitement, but something deeper. A fluctuation in your vital force that seems to have no external cause. Some days you wake up feeling unusually alive. charged with a purpose you cannot name. Other days you feel depleted, as if your body is processing something enormous beneath the surface. This fluctuation is a sign that your energetic system is recalibrating. It is adjusting itself to a new frequency, one that matches the opportunities that are forming in your field. Think of it like a radio being tuned. As the dial moves between stations, there is static interference, moments of clarity followed by moments of noise. But the tuning is moving in one direction, toward the signal that carries your next chapter. For Leo specifically, this energetic recalibration is centered in the heart and the solar plexus, the two power centers that govern your courage and your will. When these centers are being upgraded, as they are now, the physical sensations can range from warmth in the chest to unexpected waves of emotion, to sudden bursts of motivation that seem to come from nowhere. All of this is normal. All of this is progress. And all of this is pointing toward an alignment with opportunities that will require the fuller, more powerful version of your energy to meet. If what you're hearing feels accurate, imagine what could happen if you applied this energy intentionally for 21 consecutive days. That's exactly what the 21-day program in the pinned comment is built for. Daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you're tired of staying in the same cycle, this is your structure. Indicator 5. The fifth indicator is that you are starting to think bigger. Not in the reckless, irresponsible way that the world associates with big thinking, but in a quiet, expansive way that surprises even you. Ideas are occurring to you that you would have dismissed a year ago. Possibilities are presenting themselves that feel both terrifying and exciting in equal measure. And there is a part of you, a part that has been dormant for a long time, that is beginning to whisper, "What if I could actually do that?" This expansion of vision is one of the clearest signs that new opportunities are approaching, because the universe does not send opportunities to people whose vision is too small to hold them. It first expands the vision, widens the belief, stretches the imagination, and then, when the internal container is large enough, it fills it with the external reality to match. You are in the expansion phase right now, Leo. Your mind is being stretched. Your sense of what is possible is being widened. And while that stretching can feel uncomfortable, even frightening at times, it is a necessary preparation for what is coming. The opportunity that is forming around your sign is bigger than anything you have allowed yourself to imagine recently. And the fact that your imagination is growing to meet it is one of the surest indicators that it is real. Indicator 6. The sixth indicator is a new sensitivity to the people around you. You are beginning to notice, with unusual clarity, which relationships energize you and which ones drain you, which conversations leave you feeling inspired, and which ones leave you feeling diminished, which people support the version of you that is emerging and which people are still relating to the version of you that is fading. This heightened discernment is the universe helping you sort your environment in preparation for what is next. Because the opportunities that are approaching will require support. They will require a circle of people who believe in you, who encourage your growth, who do not pull you back into old patterns every time you try to step forward. And your sudden clarity about who belongs in that circle and who does not is not judgment. It is alignment. You do not have to cut anyone out of your life dramatically, but you do need to be honest with yourself about where you invest your energy. The lion does not explain its choices to the herd. It simply moves toward the territory that sustains it and away from the territory that does not. And right now, your instincts are telling you exactly where to go. Indicator 7. The seventh indicator is a return of creative energy. Leo is the sign of creation, of self-expression, of turning the raw material of life into something beautiful and meaningful. And for many Leos over 60, that creative energy has been diminished by years of practical demands, financial pressure, and the quiet surrender of personal dreams in favor of responsibilities. But lately, something has been stirring, a desire to create something, to build something, to express something that has been locked inside you for longer than you can remember. It might not even feel like creativity in the traditional sense. It might feel like a desire to reorganize your space, to start a new project, to explore an idea that has been tugging at the edges of your consciousness. But whatever form it takes, it is creative energy, and its return is a direct indicator that new opportunities are approaching. Because creativity and opportunity are linked in Leo's chart in a way that is unique among the zodiac signs. Your opportunities do not just arrive. They are created. They are brought into being by the same force that drives you to express, to build, to manifest. And when that force reawakens, the opportunities follow. Not eventually, not someday, but with a directness and a speed that reflects the urgency of the cosmic timing around your sign right now. Some people watch, others transform. If you want to be in the second group, the 21-day guide in the pinned comment gives you a clear step-by-step process aligned with your sign. This isn't about waiting, it's about moving. Indicator 8. The 8th indicator is a growing intolerance for settling. Things that you used to accept without question are now irritating you. Situations that you used to tolerate are now feeling intolerable. Financial arrangements that used to seem acceptable are now feeling insufficient. And while this might seem like you are becoming more difficult, more demanding, more dissatisfied, the truth is exactly the opposite. You are not becoming harder to please. You are becoming more aligned with your true standard. Leo was never designed to settle. Your sign was built for excellence, for the highest version of every experience, for the kind of life that reflects the majesty of the sun that rules you. And the fact that settling has become unbearable is a sign that your energy is returning to its natural frequency. A frequency that does not tolerate mediocrity. A frequency that demands more, not from entitlement but from the deep knowing that more is what you were made for. This intolerance is preparing you to receive opportunities that match your true standard. Because as long as you were willing to accept less, less is what arrived. The universe is efficient. It does not send abundance to someone who is comfortable with scarcity. But the moment your tolerance shifts, the moment you begin to insist, even silently, that you deserve better, the universe adjusts its deliveries accordingly. And for Leo, that adjustment is happening right now. Indicator 9. The 9th indicator is an increase in synchronicities. You are noticing meaningful coincidences with greater frequency. Numbers that repeat. Messages that seem to speak directly to your situation. Encounters that feel too perfectly timed to be random. Songs that play at exactly the right moment. Thoughts that are answered before you finish thinking them. These synchronicities are the universe's way of confirming that you are on the right path. They are trail markers on a road that you cannot see yet but are already walking. And their increasing frequency tells me that you are getting closer to a major intersection, a point where the path you have been walking meets the opportunity you have been moving toward. Pay attention to these moments, Leo. Do not dismiss them as coincidence. Do not brush them off as wishful thinking. They are real communications from an intelligence that is guiding your journey with precision and care. And the more you acknowledge them, the more you honor them, the more you let them confirm what your heart already knows, the stronger and clearer they become. Until eventually, they are not just signs pointing toward opportunity. They are the opportunity itself, arriving in a form you least expected but most needed. Indicator 10. The 10th and final indicator is the one you are experiencing right now, in this very moment. It is the fact that you are here, that you found this message, that out of everything you could be doing with your time, you chose to listen to words about your sign, your future, your potential. That is not an accident. That is not boredom. That is alignment in action. The universe does not waste your attention. It does not guide you to messages that do not matter. And the fact that you have stayed through 10 indicators, absorbing every word, feeling the truth of them resonating in your chest, that tells me everything I need to know about where you are on your journey. You are close. You are aligned. You are ready. The 10 indicators are not predictions. They are mirrors. They reflect back to you what is already true about your current position in the cosmic order. And what is true is this: you, Leo, are standing on the threshold of a new chapter. A chapter where opportunities arrive not as distant hopes, but as present realities. Where the doors that have been locked begin to open. Where the abundance that has been circling your sign finally finds its way home. All 10 indicators point in the same direction. Toward something real. Toward something tangible. Toward a season of opportunity that the stars say is not just possible, but already in motion. The only question that remains is whether you will recognize it when it arrives. And based on the fact that you are here, listening, feeling, believing, I already know that you will. You have two options after this video: close it and hope things shift, or decide that the next 21 days will be different. If you choose the second, the structured 21-day transformation aligned with your sign is waiting in the pinned comment. The energy is already moving, the only question is whether you are.